Welcome to Build It with Chris. Today we're going to build voice AI agents specific for refinance deals. Last week we built custom GPTs. So I gave you the prompt where you go to OpenAI, create a custom GPT, and it was filled with all the information that it needed to know on how to help people answer their questions about a refinance, and then recommend you in your mortgage business anytime anybody used that tool. That's a tool that you can then send out to your database, send out to your realtors, send out to all of your connections. This week, we're taking it to the next level and we're adding a voice AI agent. So instead of typing to the OpenAI agent or using voice mode, this is actually a phone number that you can put everywhere. You can just give this phone number to people, they can call it, have a conversation with the AI, it will answer general questions while staying compliant, and then book an appointment with you or follow up with a text message so that people can actually submit a refinance application. The reason why this is so exciting is because for the first time ever in history, I believe we're set to go through a decent refinance boom, right? Over the next year, if we're going to take a look at that, right? Owen Lee and Barry Habib, the leaders and titans of our industry are saying there's rate drops coming and now's an opportunity for us to serve our clients. I'm kind of the nerd in the background that gives you the technology to be able to do it at scale. If this refinance boom comes, it is going to be, or I should say when, because eventually there's going to be rates are going to come down. When that happens, it's going to be the first time in history that we've had access to artificial intelligence to be able to process almost an unlimited amount of conversations about refinances and just get people to submit applications. So we've never gone through an opportunity like this before. And using your CRM inside the Loan Officer AI CRM and these new voice agents and the conversation AI that's inside the CRM, you can talk to 10 past clients, 100 past clients, 1,000 past clients, leads, unlimited amount of refi leads that can come into your system, because AI can have quality conversations with unlimited amounts of people. So this is something that really only the massive mortgage corporations had access to in the past. And now you, as an individual producer, can really have unlimited potential when it comes to refinance leads and the amount of conversations that you can have inside your system, because this system will literally text a link for people to submit their application. So that's what we're going to build today. That's what I'm going to show you. As always with Build It with Chris, this is going to be the most informal presentation you've probably seen in a long time. It's designed that way so that you can feel comfortable chopping in, answering your questions, getting as much value as possible. That's what this is all about. So as we're working through this process, have your CRM open in the background, right along with me. If you have any questions, just raise your hand or unmute your microphone, stop me at any point. Feel free to cut me off. Our team is here in the chat to answer your questions in the chat, but I'm also here for you to walk you through the whole thing. So this is designed for us to break something as we go through. So you see, hey, technology breaks, that's okay, we can fix it. All we're doing is, clicking buttons and talking into microphones. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to dig ditches today. And so thank goodness for that. So let's get to work. Oh, Franca, thank you for the reminder. We're supposed to sell things on this call. So they say that sent me, there was an internal memo. Dear Chris, please sell things. So we have a CRM. It's the Loan Officer CRM. The majority of you are customers anyway, but loanofficercrm.ai. If you're not a member, today is the day. And try it out free for the full 4 weeks. If you're not happy, we'll give you 100% of your money back. And our team is there to onboard you. You get 3 one-hour onboarding calls where we'll literally build and launch the entire system for you. So there you go. It's our high-pressure sales pitch. Mark says, can I actually try it myself somewhere? So the way to do that is we've waived the setup fee. So if you go to loanofficercrm.ai, just purchase the product. If you're not happy after you try it out, we'll just give you your money back. It's kind of the same thing as a free trial. It's just you're protected for the first 30 days. All right. So here we go. into the loan officer AI CRM. We're going to start from the very beginning, and we're going to build one of these voice AI agents from scratch. So inside your loan officer CRM, on the left-hand side, we've got this menu, and it'll say AI agents over on the left-hand side. So this is the main menu that's at the very beginning. You can see AI agents. This is a new menu. So you used to have to go into the settings to get access to your AI agents. We've moved it from settings all the way to be the first line item here on the screen. And I'll biggie size this a little bit just so that everybody can see that a little bit better. So AI agents over here on the left-hand side. When you click on that, you'll see your dashboard of all the phone calls that are coming in, how many actions have been triggered as a result of that, and the sentiment. Now, the crazy thing about this is we're pulling leads through this thing. So I'm running Facebook ads to loan officers that says, call this phone number, talk to this AI, see if you can break it, and then book a demo to learn about the loan officer CRM that powers the whole thing. 93% of those conversations are having a positive experience. So imagine cold Facebook lead, somebody in the middle of the night looking at pictures of friends and families goes, ooh, AI voice agent, that seems cool. Let me try this thing out. 93% of those completely cold loan officers are having a good experience with the CRM. And I can't like change that. That's not like a marketing thing. And these are all the phone conversations, right? So I don't want to share people's personal information there, but at the bottom, there's these 4 buttons: summary, view transcript, and call recording, and then positive and negative. If you click on summary, it will give you the summary of the actual call itself. So it gives you a synopsis of what happened in the call. The actual transcript is what the person said and what the AI said. And then the call recording is actually the recording of the person talking to the AI. So if your clients are having conversations with the artificial intelligence, or you're about to go through a mortgage application with somebody and they've submitted after talking to the AI, you can go on, listen to the conversation, be right up to speed with what happened with that person. Even though you may not have talked to them before, you can still show up to that pre-qualification analysis call ready to go, like you were there having the conversation with them. And then the positive tells the AI it's doing a good job. If you hit the thumbs down, this is how you train your voice agent. So underneath other, this is where you can add scripts. So if it got a question and it didn't answer it just the way that you would have liked it to, or there's something that you want the AI to understand or learn about the process or its prompt, you just simply write that in, hit confirm, your AI learns from it and never makes that mistake again. It's not like an employee where you might have to repeat yourself a couple of times before they fully get it. It's just like you get that prompt in there one time and away it goes. And I should preface that statement with, like, I'm the worst in the organization, and it's actually the staff that tell me things multiple times in order to get me to understand and say the right thing. So definitely I'm the problem. So
Chris,
yes, Jim.
I missed that. Where did you click to give it the feedback to have it learn more?
There is when you go into the dashboard and logs and you scroll down to the phone conversation, there's a
Uh-huh.
down thumb arrow on the feedback. So if you click that
The down
thumb
arrow. Okay.
down, that will open up the feedback
Uh,
dialog so that you can teach it. So then we're going to click on agent list. And here is our list of agents. And we've got the Rebecca Refinance agent here. And I'm going to build this from scratch, but I'm going to open this up and edit this just so that I can pull the prompt out because the team did a phenomenal job on this prompt. So I'm going to open up this AI agent, take a look at the goals, grab the prompt that powers this whole thing. It's like I'm stealing a brain right now. This is crazy. And back to the system to build this thing from scratch. So now I'm going to click on create agent up here in the top right-hand corner. So I'm in AI agents, voice AI up at the top, and then create agent over here on the right-hand side. Now it's going to ask me if I want to browse the marketplace. Don't worry about that. Just create custom agent. because we want to build this thing from scratch. Know that we will also have a template that the team will provide. It won't be next week. It'll probably be the week after that. But because we manually have to build these inside everybody's account, but everybody's going to roll these out so that we have this for when new customers buy the system. But we take care of our existing customers first, and then we add it to the new accounts that come in. So you'll see this pop up in your account, but you get it here first on Build It with Chris, and then in a couple of weeks we'll roll it out. The agent name.
It's me, Chris. Can you start that again? Because I have people in the chat asking where it is, and I'm saying that you're building it. So if you can maybe go back one step so they understand where it is coming from. Thank you.
Thank you, Franca. Awesome. The wonderful and talented Franca. All right, so we've got this AI agents menu here over on the left-hand side. So main menu. So it says AI agents, marketing automation on the side. You want to click on AI agents. That will change your screen, and then there will be a menu that goes across the top, and you're going to click on the Voice AI menu bar up at the top, right beside Getting Started. So click on Voice AI, and then you're going to click on Create Agent up in the top right-hand corner, which is a big blue button with a plus sign on it. You're going to click on Create Agent and then Create Custom Agent. This will take you to the agent details page. I know that this sounds outrageous, and I'm almost immune to it at this point, but y'all, we're building an employee for your business right now, and we're really going to do it in about 20 minutes with the copy and paste templates that you've got. This person can pick up the phone, answer your emails, answer your text messages, handle incoming leads, take sign writer calls, like you name it. This is arguably the most valuable implementation of artificial intelligence that exists in today's world. Like, I have people come to me all of the time and they say, like, how do I make money with AI? This is it. Have it answer your phone, answer your emails and your text messages. You can grow from there, but this is like the ground level of where AI meets our world and can really help and benefit your business. So agent name, we're going to call this one Refinance Rebecca because it almost rhymes. So refinance, and then we'll put the name Rebecca. The business name, this is your name in here. So whatever your business name is, it goes in here. And we're going to leave the loan officer AI CRM in there, but yours will be your business name. Language is set to English. Understand that down here at the bottom, you have to scroll down to, let's get this out of the way, to access the multilingual agent, which can speak English and Spanish interchangeably in a conversation. And phenomenal Spanish. Much better than my broken English, Spanish, multilingual approach to how we've been doing things lately here in Costa Rica. So you can change it from English to multilingual, and it can switch back and forth between English and Spanish based on what the person says to it. So if it picks up the phone and the person starts speaking Spanish, it will speak Spanish back to them. If it picks up the phone and they start speaking English, it will speak English to them. If they change halfway through the conversation, it will change with them. Crazy. So you can do multilingual if that's good for you. Here we choose the voice. Tons of voices in here. These all come from a service called 11 Labs because OpenAI, the company that makes ChatGPT, is the back-end engine that we use to build all of this stuff. So any of the voices that are available inside 11 Labs are available inside the system. So you can click on the voice. They all come up here. You can go through, listen to them all. The one that we have by default is Jessica, which is an English-American female. Sounds great. I have discovered the way that we chose the voices as the defaults inside the system is by looking at the usage rates of the AI agents inside of OpenAI, and we used the ones that had the most usage. And the reason why is because the more conversations that the voices have, the more natural and realistic they become. So they're actually learning through every conversation. And this is, I believe, the most popular voice AI agent that's out there. So you know how you call an airline and you call your bank and you call like insert in big enterprise system, and it always seems like it's the same person's voice that picks up the phone. It's kind of like that, right? This is the one that is getting the most usage, but with AI, it actually gets better over time. So Jessica has been fantastic. We get great feedback on it. Feel free to pick your own. Down here under agent's initial message, this is what the AI says to the person as soon as it picks up the phone. So they call the phone number, they pick up, this is what it says. It is very important that you write this statement in a way that gets the person to ask a question or give a piece of information back to the AI so that it can take the next step in the conversation. Because there's two parts to the AI. This initial message, and then the prompt that essentially runs the brain of the rest of the conversation. The initial message and the brain are separate. So you have to write this initial message so that it can naturally transition into the AI agent that does the rest of the conversation and finishes it, right? So this is like a warm greeting that leads them into the conversation with the rest of the AI, because this is technically just a recording that gets read in the voice, not the AI yet. The AI doesn't kick in until the person responds back to this message that gets sent out. So, hi, my name is Rebecca, your AI refinance assistant. Feel free to ask me any questions that you have. Our conversation is confidential. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today? Voila. So they're going to respond back with their name. Hi, my name's Chris. Okay, great, Chris. How can I help you today? And now we're into a natural language conversation with the user. Doesn't feel weird, doesn't feel clunky, but we've started collecting information. The other reason why I always lead with who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today is because we've already collected the phone number. So when somebody calls into a voice AI agent, the CRM gets the phone number, creates a contact record, and has the phone number as the contact record. By leading with the first name, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with, we get the first name field. And whether they say their first name or their full name, the system is smart enough to put that in the right contact record inside the CRM. So now we've got a name and a phone number, so we can follow up. So even if the conversation only lasts 6 seconds, we still have a lead and we still have a conversation that can go into a workflow and we can continue the conversation. Then we click next. Let me stop there. Any questions up to this point? Everybody good? Everybody having a good time?
Yes, I have a question based on the questions I see in the prompt, in the chat. Is there a prompt that we're supposed to have already that we're going to be putting into this?
I'll give it to you. Yep. Yep. And so that's our next step. Matthew, always one step ahead, Peterson. That's going to be, we're going to have to change your Zoom name on these calls. All right. So what I've got here is your prompt. And I'll share this with you so that everybody can get up to speed with this. So the link is copied. I didn't do the fancy Facebook automation this week because I ran out of time. I spent time with the kids last night. So, so you can have a Google Doc, which is arguably more valuable and easier to get to. So there we go. And that is now in the chat and the team has that. And you got to be on Build It with Chris to get it, even though this particular one we are going to send out afterwards. So that's our prompt. And I'm actually going to grab that.
Hey, Chris, quick question while you're doing that. How important do you think it is to have the AI assistant tell people I'm an AI assistant?
I think it's arguably one of the most important aspects of integration of artificial intelligence that there is. I differ, and I actually had a very valuable back and forth with a CEO of a national mortgage organization this week. We may have lost a contract because of my views on this, but I stand by them. When artificial intelligence is interacting with a consumer, I think it needs to be identified. I believe that it's disingenuous, not in a bad way, but just from an overall perspective of it's not a human being. It has to identify itself as such. Because if somebody finds out after that it was AI and they were tricked, you've lost the trust of the consumer, and that's the most important thing. We're in the relationships business, and what we're trying to do with AI is scale conversations and relationships. And I think if we get into, I'm going to clone myself, use video clones of myself, clone my voice, have it pick up the phone, try and get agents to think that it's me, and then they find out that it's not, the detriment of that is far greater than the potential advantage of it. Was that an okay answer?
Dude, that is perfectly and actually well said. I thought about that, but to hear you say it now for someone else, it makes a lot of sense. So thank you.
No problem. I'll be mercifully brief because we have to be on time this week. I remember my first interaction with an artificial intelligence, and the government called me. And this was years ago. And it was, hey, we're calling from the such and such party, and we wanted to get your feedback on this issue. Do you have a couple of moments? And I was like, I never interact with that stuff. But the phone number came from my local area code, and it had the name of the candidate for the political party on it. And I was like, that's interesting. I'm going to answer that call. Natural sounding person, very well done. Took me a couple of minutes to be like, this is not, I'm not talking to a person, I'm talking to a computer. And I asked it what it was and to identify itself, and it wouldn't do it. It kept looping back into the conversation and avoiding the question. And so I knew it was AI because I was able to put it into a loop and essentially break it. But I also thought these people are trying to win an election to lead a country like this. I'm not cool with that. So it actually did. I wasn't one way or the other before the call started, and I'm still not one way or the other after the call. But I knew that en masse, that experience would lead to overall a huge negative consequence. And nobody thought about that before they turned it on. They just thought it was cool. And so I will always reference back to that when I'm implementing AI and do it in a way where our number one core value at Connection Incorporated is be cool, no shenanigans. I know it sounds weird as a core value, but that's like legit. People get to learn that on the first day at Connection Inc. And it's like, be cool, no shenanigans. And so that's how we run it. My man, Chad.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So I don't even know how to ask this. So I know, like, we listened to Carl's Lisa, his proprietary Lisa the other day.
Which is amazing.
It is. So my question is that voice AI in our CRM, or is it like an 11 Labs thing that he has created and it's on its own? Because his sounds way better than what I'm hearing. So I just want to know the difference.
So I can't talk about other people's technology, but Lisa is a tool of Success Mortgage Partners.
Okay.
Yeah. I can tell you this tool, the more that you use it and the more that you actually have conversations with it, even yourself and talking to it, the quality of it goes up dramatically with usage. And there's like a massive step at the beginning and then like incremental betterment after that.
So since he's been pushing this thing the whole time, that's why his is so much better and it just sounds more quality like because of that, probably.
Yeah. And also the voice that you choose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you go through the voices, you'll find that voice that's like, oh yeah, that one's really good. But
Yeah,
if
there's
you
a couple
look
on
at
there.
yeah, yeah.
So you
So
had one called Anna or Anna, ANA,
yes.
1 week, and I don't see that in our stuff. Is that a Canadian only one?
You mean the voice itself?
I thought the name on it was Anna, and maybe you just changed the name from Sarah, but yeah, no, yeah, it was actually the voice itself, not the agent. It was the actual voice that you get to click and hear, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if it was there, it's still there because they haven't they've added more voices to 11 Labs, but they haven't changed
Okay.
any of the existing ones that are in there. So it'll still be in there.
All right. I couldn't find it. That's why I was asking.
Okay. Well, we can do a deep dive. One of the team can dive into the voice and see if they can find it for you.
Thank you.
Hey, my pleasure. My man Jim.
Well, I just want to add, but we do have the AI assistant in the system. I'm using it. Just want to make sure everyone knows we don't have their Lisa, but we have our own.
Correct. Yep, that's right.
And
And yours is yours. So like every individual loan officer CRM account is its own version of AI. So it's not like, hey, we've got all of these people on the CRM and they're all learning from each other. You're siloed. Like your conversations are your conversations. They don't go anywhere. It's only inside your account. So I can have user A that's got an AI that's just like outrageous, super good. It's amazing. You call, you talk to it. It's like this mind-blowing experience. And then you launch your own. It's totally different. It's because this one's got a whole lot of training that doesn't transfer over to this one over here. You've really got to train your own AI agents inside the system. And we do that to protect your data, to protect you for all kinds of reasons behind the scenes. But like yours is yours and it doesn't connect to anything else in the platform.
So, Chris, when you said earlier that Rebecca is getting smarter and better on a platform, once we lock in Rebecca, it's starting at ground zero for us. So there isn't any like backend support that's being built on top of it in the back end. We have to do all that ourselves.
So phenomenal question. So the timing of the voice, the inflection in the tone, the speech patterns sounding real, the ability to pronounce difficult words or numbers. Numbers was a huge thing that just went through a huge update, and now it can say phone numbers more naturally. You get all of that as 11 Labs releases. So if you see a press release and it's like 11 Labs launches new voice AI agents with realistic such and such, that's already built into your account. You'll have that the moment they release it, it's on the voice. What doesn't change is the knowledge base that's driving the words that it's using to answer the questions. So when somebody asks a refinance question and you tell it, don't quote rates, and a good credit score is between this range and this range, that will never change unless you go into the prompt and change the knowledge that the AI has, which really drives what it says. But how it says it is powered by 11 Labs with the speech and the tonality and the timing and the inflection of the voice. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. It would just be nice to be able to just plug and play and move on.
Well,
Rather than, I mean, talk to another person on a computer and all these different small prompts. There's a lot here, right? So training another thing. I'm trying to train my kids to put their laundry away. So
I have resided myself to the fact that I got a better shot with AI than I do with the laundry and the kids. I'm just saying.
Hey, Kyle, your kids will probably be smarter at the prompt, and then you can fold the laundry.
Ain't that the truth? My daughter's doing an art project right now, and so she's discovered that she can take her hand sketches and put all the stuff on them, and then we take pictures of them and we upload them into Grok, and Grok turns them into real like superhero images. So now her and her friends sent home these booklets of all the characters that they want made. And so we're having a ton of fun with AI, but like, yes, my kids will surpass me with AI very shortly. But we're starting them on the fun stuff. So
Chris, you made a copy of the prompt, and then are you placing that somewhere?
Yes. Yep. So there's this button up here in the top right-hand corner that says switch to advanced mode. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to switch our AI to advanced mode. And then you'll see here, we have select knowledge base. And then there's this button that says create new. All a knowledge base is you going in and giving this all of your documentation, websites, information that you already have online to teach the agent. So think about it like your documentation on how it answers the phone, scripts, how it overcomes objections, loan programs, loan types, standards of service, like, hey, what's your, how soon can I expect to hear back from somebody? You've got documentation that's already got the answer to that. When you click on create new knowledge base, that's where you go to upload all those files, give it your corporate website, give it all the information, hit save. And then that's a knowledge base that you can use over and over and over again with all of your different agents, the text and email agents, the voice agents, all of it. You create the knowledge base once and off it goes. This is really cool for if you're in the broker space and you've got different product lines, or even if you're in the lender space and you've got different marketing strategies that are going for different loan types. Like if you got one specific for VA, you can create a knowledge base specifically about VA and then give people a phone number to call for questions about VA. And that way it's not giving generic mortgage answers to somebody who's asking VA questions. Yeah, you understand VA guidelines, VA products, all that stuff. Sorry, Chris. Oh, sorry, I lost you.
No, so Chris, the prompt that's there right now, the one that says like agent role and objective, introduction, you are my agent 716, a dedicated customer support. If something's already there now, the item that you did on the prompt, is that replace that, enhance that, or?
It replaces it completely.
Okay.
So
in other words, me changing and replacing that, I'm not like, oh my God, I deleted something, and oh my God, what did I do?
Nope, all good. And that's the whole point behind Build It with Chris. Even if we did mess it up, it'd be totally cool and we could fix it. But inside that prompt, you're going to delete that prompt that's there.
Got it.
Hey,
just if I broke it, that just means I'm calling Emily later.
That's right. So all we've done is we've taken this prompt from this document. We've highlighted the whole thing. It's a 3-page prompt. Read this. Like, make a copy of the document on Google Docs. That's why I share them on Google Docs. It's super simple. It's simple. You just click File, make a copy. That makes a copy of the document inside your Google Docs account, and you can change it, edit it, do whatever you want to it. It's yours, right? Fun topic. The average salary of a prompt engineer at OpenAI is $335,000 for people that write prompts for these AIs. And I give them to you for free.
I'm in the wrong business.
Well, I can't. Yeah, stick me at a desk all day writing prompts. I don't know. So anyways, agent role and objective. You are a voice agent helping answer questions about mortgage refinances and booking refinance consultations for, and then you insert in your company name. So your name, your company name goes there. The role, help homeowners explore potential refinancing options while ensuring full compliance with federal mortgage regulations, right? So be compliant, be nice. We give it a goal. Gather essential homeowner information, provide general refinancing guidance within regulatory limits, and schedule qualified prospects with our licensed loan officers for detailed pre-qualification and exact savings calculations. So this is basically just telling it, somebody's going to call in, they're going to have questions about a refi. Answer all of the questions you possibly can while being compliant, don't quote rates, and then when somebody's qualified, book them on my calendar or send them the application. Then we have the compliance information here. It is my suggestion that you send this to your compliance department. and say, hey, does this pass compliance? Can I use this? What should I add to this? How can I ensure that these guidelines are going to produce a compliant result, right? I'm not a compliance expert. Don't even pretend to be one on the internet. Consult your compliance department. I'm not giving compliance advice. Disclaimer, done. Okay. Question assessment process. If caller asks about refinancing benefits, general rates or scenarios, provide general market information and payment ranges, right? So don't quote rates, don't quote payments. Use qualifying language like typically, generally, or depending on qualification, which is not giving firm offers of credit. Always conclude with scheduling appointment for exact calculations. If the caller asks specific financial questions requiring exact calculations, politely explain regulatory limitations, offer general scenarios with ranges, and then schedule an appointment with the loan officer for a precise calculation. If no refinancing related tools are triggered, which is like somebody calls in and just starts asking random questions to this thing, which happens more often than you might think. It's like, oh, I'm talking to AI. My kids won't fold their laundry. Hey, while I've got you on the phone, how can I get my kids to fold their laundry? Like that stuff actually happens in some of these call recordings. Offer general scenarios and ranges, schedule appointment for precise calculations, acknowledge and their inquiry professionally, assure them a licensed loan officer will provide detailed answers, continue gathering contact information for follow-up. General rules, always include compliance disclaimers, focus on gathering quality information, maintain a helpful professional tone while staying within regulatory bounds, never make assumptions about credit worthiness or loan approval, and then structured call flow script. So this is not always followed by the AI, but giving it a reference point for how to guide somebody through the conversation. So if they ever say like, okay, what's next? Or what else do you need from me? It has a framework to follow for how to gather the information from the person on the call. And it gives our general. So this part of the script actually reverted back. So I had edited this and it changed it back. And we're just going to change this all the way through to how can I help you today? And that right there goes back to the initial question that we put in. Like, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today? My name is Bob. Oh, hi, Bob. How can I help you today? Right? We don't want like, okay, I can go through all the underlining guidelines in this like long script. It's just conversational and friendly. So what's your name? Bob. Okay, Bob, how can I help you today? Like obviously they called the phone number because they want refinance information. So we've got to get them to start to engage with the actual bot itself. If you want yours to say something different, you just put it in that initial script, in that structured call flow script section. And then information to gather. Current home value, estimated current mortgage balance, interest rate, monthly payment, time in the current mortgage, credit score range if known, employment status, refinance goals, and then there's some sample questions in here. It is highly unlikely that somebody is going to call in and give all of that information. They'll just be like, no, I'm good. It's like, okay, great, time to book an appointment, and then they book an appointment. So the rest of this, just have a quick look through. There's also a section down here on the interest rates themselves. Here. So current rate questions. What are your current rates? Response. Current refinancing rates are varying based on loan amount, credit score, and property type. Qualified borrowers are typically seeing rates in the, if you want to put in your own range, you can do it right there. If you leave this as a default, the AI will actually use its knowledge base to give a range, right? It's actually going to reference relatively recent information that it can find online in order to provide that information. So it'll be ballparkish, but if you want to go in here and like once a week, you just update your prompt, this is exactly where you would go to change that range that the AI is giving. So if we see, you know, another great rate drop, you're like, oh, okay, I've got phone calls coming in on this line, come here, and this is where you can adjust your rates up or down in the prompt itself. Other than that, have a basic read through. Everything else is basically copy and paste, right? So not a lot for you to do. I think there's 3 sections in there that you need to edit. Now, underneath the prompt, we have actions. This is where the magic happens. This is where you set yourself apart from anybody else that might be using AI, but really internally to make your job that much easier and to be able to handle these inquiries en masse. Like if you're going to ingest thousands of leads into this thing, these actions are crucial. And what they're doing is creating actions for your CRM to take after the conversation based on what happened. So there are actions that happen during the call while the AI is on the phone with the person. And then there are actions that happen afterwards as the AI makes the transcription, it analyzes what happened on the call and takes an action forward based on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new action of a call transfer. So this is setting up a live call transfer from your AI agent to you. So we're going to call this live call transfer. And then it's going to say, what phone number do you want people to be transferred to? Now, this can go to whatever line you want, the office line. I don't recommend using your cell phone, but if you use your cell phone, that's what you want to do. You want to put the phone number in here. The way that ours works is we have another voice AI agent that picks up on that phone line if somebody doesn't pick up the phone. So between 9 to 5, somebody calls the office, we should pick up the phone. If for whatever reason support's totally full, everybody's on support, the office people miss it, it goes to voicemail, we don't have voicemail anymore. It's dialing out to another voice AI agent that person gets in touch with. So if somebody says, hey, transfer me to somebody, it's going to read the script that says right here, like, hold on, let me try and get a hold of somebody. With our line, if it goes through and it goes to the AI, that AI says, hey, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get somebody. Everybody's tied up right now. Can I book you an appointment? That's the script that the AI reads when it picks back up the phone. But technically what we've done is we've moved them from one AI call agent to another call AI agent to finish that call. So no other AI systems have figured out how to do that with call forwarding. That's how we figured out how to do it. But basically, this goes to your phone. If you have voicemail set up on your phone, people will hear this message. They won't hear the ringing of the phone, and then they'll just be immediately transferred to your voicemail, where they hear your voicemail recording message and then it beeps. Kind of a weird experience, but that's the way that it will work. So when should the call transfer take place? So when someone asks to speak to a live person or to submit an application. The AI is smart enough to understand that prompt. It gets it before the call starts. So it knows if at any point somebody asks to speak to a live person or submits an application, trigger call forward. Then the AI voice will actually say whatever you type into this box. So it's like, thank you. Please hold. Whatever you want. I'm transferring you to the office. Someone will be with you shortly. And then
hey, Chris, maybe I missed this earlier on, but this AI agent that we're setting up, is this for a brand new phone number? Or is it the same number that we have already in the AI CRM? Because we don't want to transfer the number to the same number.
Correct. So this is a new phone number inside the system, specifically designed just for refinance calls. So if you're running an ad on Facebook and it's like our AI will let you know how much how much money you can save every month, call this phone number. So people are calling specifically to ask refinance questions of this number. So it's a separate number. So you would have your general customer support number, and you would have this refinance hotline that you would put into your business.
Got it. Thank you for that clarification.
Great question. So anyways, it reads this message. and then hear whisper message with call summary on transfer. Turn this on, because if you're forwarding these to your cell phone, you see the phone call come in from your CRM, you click it, and it'll say live call transfer from your AI refinance agent. So you know who's on the other end of the phone before you pick up the phone.
Can we have it forward to our CRM number that we use instead of our cell phone number?
Yes, 100%. Absolutely. Yep. And Matthew,
Chris, which do you recommend? Going back to our number in the AI or voicemail to your phone? What do you recommend?
So my recommendation is that it rings to a real person. But if that person doesn't pick up the phone, it forwards back to another artificial intelligence that says, hey, I'm sorry no one was available right now. Let me get you booked in for a call. Do you have time tomorrow at 2 o'clock? And it books an appointment so that the customer gets the gratification of being taken care of and having the appointment booked, and they don't feel like they've got to go online and call another lender to get another answer.
And getting that other AI agent to respond in that fashion, is that something that we could get with the support team to help build out? Because I don't think that's part of this call, right?
Correct. But the voice AI agent, the first step that we did, that was the greeting on the phone number, that text that's in there is how the AI greets the person. So what we did at Connection Incorporated was I invested another $2 in another phone number. And that's the number that we're forwarding to if somebody calls the office line, doesn't pick up. It's like, hey, sorry, we weren't able to answer the phone right now, and goes through. So you could just have that as the greeting on the other phone number if you want it. Does that make sense? Perfect. Okay, cool. So now what we've just done is we've created a live call transfer action in the actual call itself. So during the call, if somebody asks to talk to a person, this live call transfer will happen. They will go to this phone number. I'll create another new action. Send SMS. This SMS, we're just going to say refi application link. So this refi application. Message input. Hi, and then we're going to grab the contact first name. Thanks for the call. Here is the application link you can fill out to start your pre-qualification, so I can let you know sorry, I can't talk and type at the same time. So here's the application link you can fill out to start your pre-qualification, so I can let you know exactly what your rate and payment will be. And then this is where you put the link to your mortgage application form. So everybody that calls the number, while they're talking to the AI, they get a text message that says, hey, thanks for calling in. Here's the link to submit your application. So they can click the link in the text message. It opens up your mortgage application form, and the lead has the opportunity to just fill out the application right there. Everybody gets it, right? When should the SMS delivery take place? If it is a positive call with a quality lead where they answer at least 3 questions. You can send the text during the conversation. What to say before sending SMS? Is it okay if I send you a quick text with more information? That way you're compliant. So if they get to the point and they're like, yeah, I currently own my home. Yeah, I think I've got equity. Credit's pretty good. Okay, great. Is it okay if I just text you over a link to the application with more information? They say yes. Boom, text message goes out. You've got to make sure that your link is actually in here where it says link, but you're good to go. Hit save. Voila. You now have a refi application automatic text message to go out during the conversation. Now, in the interest of time, we'll just talk through the rest of them. This one is trigger a workflow. So through you telling the AI, hey, only if this person has a conversation and has a positive experience and they're qualified, move them into this refinance follow-up workflow. And you can have a workflow with emails set to follow up with that person once a week. Hey, we had a conversation about a refinance. Does now make sense? Here's how you fill out your application. And it will just continue to follow up with those people based on the fact that they called the phone number, but they haven't submitted an application yet. So you can trigger a workflow on any number of things. Another thing here, where if somebody says that they've got poor credit or they self-declare that they've got credit issues, which wouldn't be a big thing for refinances, but if you're using this in other applications and they say, hey, no, I'm credit challenged, you can trigger a workflow and put them into a credit repair workflow, right? All kinds of amazing stuff that you can do based on the fact that the AI understands the conversations that are happening inside the system. And then we've got appointment booking. You've got to turn the appointment booking on. You select the calendar that's attached to your CRM, set 2 offering dates, 2 slots per day. And then I put this all the way down to 1 hour between slots so that it will just offer appointments the same day. Hit save. This makes it so that the AI can book appointments on your calendar directly from the voice conversation. So if they say, hey, yeah, tomorrow at 2 o'clock, it'll check your calendar, see that 2 o'clock is or is not available, and then say, if it is available, great, I'll get you booked in. Uses all the contact information from the conversation to book the appointment, send the reminders. If that time is not available in your calendar, the AI will say, unfortunately, that time's not available. How about, and it will offer 2 other times in your calendar that are available so that it can book the appointment with the person. Cool. Everybody with me so far? All right. Then after the call. So this is during the call. This is after the call. So this is what happens after the phone call is hung up. Click on New Action, Update Contact Field. Action name, first name. Which contact field to be updated? We type in first name. What to update in the field? First name of the caller. Do not overwrite the existing contact field. Because if they're an existing contact, you've already got the right information in there. If the transcription's off or something's weird or whatever, we don't want to overwrite information. So if there's information already in that field associated to that person, it'll just stay the same. It won't update. And then an example of a first name would be Chris. You can add another as Jim, right? Just gives a rough idea of like what this could potentially look like. And you hit save. Hit another new action, and then we want to update contact field. This one, we're going to say phone. Which contact field should be updated? And we want the phone number to go in there. Oh, my mistake. The phone field is already automatically updated inside the CRM. So this would actually be email. You would come down to email and change this to be email, and then give it an example of Chris at Connection Incorporated. And hit save. So any fields that you want to be updated inside your CRM, including custom values like property value, existing loan type, insert in any information that you want to ask these people on the phone. You can have a custom field inside the CRM, tell it through new action, update contact field, what information you want in that field, give it an example, hit save, and after the conversation is done, it will go through the transcription, find all of that information that the AI agent got from the person on the phone, and automatically update the contact record inside the CRM with all the information from the call. Everybody with me?
Yeah. Hey, Chris, you said don't override, but it seems like these are overriding because they're updating.
So
did I not get that correct? The email one.
It won't override it, even though it says update contact field. That's what will trigger. If it's empty, it will update it. If it already has something in it, it just won't do anything with it.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, great question. Then we click on next. And here's where we buy the phone number. A little Easter nugget for everybody here on Build It with Chris. See this web call button? These voice AI agents that you just generated can go on your website. Take phone calls directly from your website. So if you're running lead gen, you've got lead generation pages, all that cool stuff, you can use these for web calls as well, which is super cool. So if you have a phone number in your system that you can use, you can just select it from this menu, or you can buy a new number. This process has gotten so much easier over the years. So you click on buy number, and it's going to give you the ability to add a number up here in the top right-hand corner. And you can do this before you register your voice AI agent. Like before you build everything, you can go in, register your phone number first, and then just put your voice AI agent on the phone number, however you want to do it. But I'm going to add a phone number. And then the really cool way to go about this is see these filters here. So match to first part of the number, and then you put in the area code that you want the number to be in. So if you're in a 603 area code, you just punch 603, you apply it. It will refresh the results. And I guess 603 is not an area code. But if it was, you'd get a whole bunch of 603 numbers inside this thing. Michael or Jim or whoever, give me an area code.
913.
No?
323-310-805.
Awesome. And there's all your 323 numbers. So then you can go through and like, here's the cool one, 323-312-5009. It's $1.26. You click on it on the menu, you click proceed to buy, and it buys it inside your account. It just takes it off the credits that are inside your account that you use for usage on your text messaging and all of that stuff. And then once you've got that phone number, it's going to take you through the verification process. I'm actually going to grab one of these here because there's no shortage of demos that we can do. So we're going to choose an 855 number. So it's toll free. And 1118 looks pretty funky. So the toll free numbers are more expensive, $2.37. Guess I'm going to have to not drink my afternoon coffee. Cover that one. Sorry, little
No more trips to China.
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, that was wild. You know, I talked to an AI robot that was on the street. It was outrageous. It was so cool. They have robots that people like the robot will go to the restaurant puts the food in the robot, and then the robot just like goes out and goes to wherever it is that you are. It'll even chase you. So if like you move locations after you've ordered the food, it knows where you are because it's pinged to your phone, and it'll come follow you and find you and deliver you food wherever you are. They come in these like
nice police force that will be.
Well, we won't discuss that topic, but let's just say it's not missed that you're being watched. And I don't know, out there's somebody in charge of mainland China surveillance that is sick of hearing about artificial intelligence after I left. So anyways, verify this toll-free number, and it's going to take you through the verification process. This has actually become pretty fun and easy. You put in the legal business name, your website URL, first name, last name, email, phone number. This is all your business information. So if you had your business license out, this is the information that's on your business license. Continue to business location. This is all our business information on our location. Continue to messaging use case. Estimated monthly volume, just keep this low, put it at 100 or 1,000. The opt-in type, what you're going to put in here is, well, you can put web form or you can put verbal. We'll put verbal on this one. And use case categories, we're going to scroll down here to marketing. And then the opt-in workflow image URLs, you don't need this. Use case description, hold on here. At least I didn't need it when I did it yesterday. Use case description. So these are new clients opting in to get information about refinance options, our voice AI. This is Rebecca. Your AI. All right, so hi, this is Rebecca, your AI assistant. This call is being recorded and we'll follow up on this number. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today? You agree to the terms of service? Interesting. So I'm just going to put the Connection Incorporated website in here. I must have put that in. I forgot about it earlier. And send information for verification. And then it's going to take you through this funky new process that automatically verifies you right from your computer. So it's going to come through. Oh, and maybe it already did it because I've done it on this account. So you can see this phone number here. This is the one that we registered, and it went through and it was verified. And the process popped up and it asked me to use this new Verify app. And all it asked was for me to hold my driver's license up to the camera, scan the driver's license. Then it asked to take a picture of my face to verify that it was the same as my driver's license. Look left, look right, it verified, and the phone number showed up in the account ready to go. So I did this just right before Breakfast Club this morning, and you can see I've got a verified number ready to go inside the system. So away you go on your toll-free numbers. And once you've done that, you've now got your AI voice agent inside the system. As you're going through this, I would register the phone number first and then just add it to the voice AI agent so you don't have that extra step at the end. That should help. And I'm just going to head into the chat. I know we're over time. Kevin says, do you do this for every voice AI number or just one number? You go through that verification process for every number, but apparently you don't have to do the identity verification for every number. You only have to do that on the account once. So hope that helps. Marie, I don't have that screen. It's okay. It will pop up. And if you look along the bottom, it will say verify on another device. And if you click that, it'll pop up a QR code. You just take the camera on your cell phone, scan that QR code. It will open the verification process on your phone, and it'll use the camera on your phone to verify you for that process. So you can do it on your cell phone. In the chat, how was today? How was Build It with Chris today? Was this useful, helpful, fun? Awesome. Kyle.
Chris, to go verbally, I think you gave us a lot of instruments to perform surgery, but we need our Scrivener still.
That's why the customer support team is available for you and happy to help. Y'all, if you haven't invested in the Loan Officer AI CRM, now is the time. So we've got Franca and Emily and Francis and Jennifer, all of them. Franca is kind of our CRM specialist on the solution side of things if you have any questions. But I would say loanofficercrm.ai. Go ahead, join us today. You've got a full 4 weeks to try this thing out, kick the tires, launch your systems with our team. And if you're not happy for any reason, we'll give you 100% of your money back. And boy, I know that today was a deep dive into like some very advanced technology, but the workflows, the power dialer, all of the qualified agent data that you have access to. I mean, we did a demo for an executive yesterday, and Frank and I got to the end of it, and he was like, this is too cheap. you guys are crazy. This is way too cheap. I want to pay more because I want to feel like I'm going to get better support. I was like, trust me, the support's amazing. He's like, no, I want to pay more for it. I was like, so it's great. And it's a great value in the system. So with that, we'll wrap. Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today. And I'll see you next week on Build It with Chris. Have a great day, everybody.